Colin, from a team perspective, there's a lot for us to talk about. But individually, and just looking at your season, 30-plus NHL games, I think things went pretty well for you as a Shark. But now you get to be here in the AHL playoffs. It's kind of like the best of both worlds of this season. Had a good NHL year, and now the playoffs in the AHL.
Yeah. I think obviously playoffs are what you want to make.
Yeah.
Whether that was wherever. So I think playoffs in any league ever
of course.
is definitely hard,
Yeah.
and it's harder than the regular season for sure. So I think I'm happy with my games up in the NHL. I think that I did well, and obviously there's stuff for me to improve on, and I think that getting to come down here and play playoffs is awesome.
Just 2 games in a quick series already, but did you notice a different level or layer of something in those 2 games against Ontario? Did it feel different, or did it feel just like a regular season game?
No, it definitely didn't feel like a regular season game. It definitely was.
Yeah.
It definitely was a lot tighter. I'd say a lot more of you really got to work for your chances. You got to be patient. You got to know that, you might not generate chances every shift. It's going to be, you got to play the whole 60 minutes. And I think that over both those games, really, our team did a good job of sticking with it. In the first one, it's 0-0 after 2, and
right.
We didn't get impatient and start, creating turnovers and stuff like that. We sort of just stuck to our game and found a way to win that one. And then in the second game, it was a little bit different. You're trying to end a team season, so they're obviously going to give it everything they have, right? And they got that one in the third there. But I think that, again, it was just staying patient, and it's not going to, I guess, especially a team like Ontario, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. The way they play in their neutral zone, they sit back and they trap it up. So I think that it's just staying patient, and when we get our chances, it's important to finish them.
And that's the great point there. I mean, maybe that's one of the playoff takeaways and lessons, right, is when you can get a team down and bury them, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to go to a third game in that series. And for you to have the series clinching goal, that must have been extra special.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, obviously great plays from a bunch of guys, and there's a lot of plays that go unnoticed throughout the whole game, whether that's a block shot or just getting in the lane that breaks up a nice 3-on-2 or something defensively, and then Askey in net, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's nice to it was nice to get on the score sheet, especially in that time. So it's cool.
He was the next thing I wanted to talk about. When you have Yaroslav Askarov, look, any goalie that's a number 1 in a playoff situation is a good goalie. It just seems, though, like in a small sample size with him, he has the ability to get scorching hot. This must feel like an optimal situation to have a guy like that, and so far so good in the playoffs as your goalie.
Yeah, it just gives us so much confidence all the time.
Yeah,
and I think that the biggest part is the special teams on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
You need him to. He's your best killer. The goalie needs to be your best killer, and I think, I know that he was our best penalty killer, probably like our best player over the series. And I mean, if he's going like that, I think we got a good chance in every game.
The point of the Barracuda season was to get to these playoffs, to get younger players and like yourself and Askey and others some experience. Don't you find it, though, that now that you're here, let's get greedy? And when I saw the puck carrier, the puck tray come out, and you put the pucks in there after every win, when you see something like that and you realize it is 5 rounds, but it's still 16 wins, don't you start to really feel that way now that you're in these playoffs, that you want to get greedy and see how far you can take it?
Yeah, I think...
Forget the experience, right? Let's get the Calder Cup.
Exactly. I think especially, you look around the room, we got a lot of guys who have played in the NHL, a lot of guys with NHL experience. I know we're probably going to be the lower seed however long we go, right? But I wouldn't really view us as an underdog in any aspect in any of these series, just because I've really got confidence in our group, and we've been through a lot, and we got a lot of younger guys, and we got a lot of vets who, have won Calder Cups, won NHL player, stuff like that, where they've seen it, and they can we can sort of lean on them to ask them questions, even a guy like Potsy, if he's not in the lineup or something like that right now, then he's still here, and you can still ask him questions and stuff like that. You can still sort of pick his brain to learn some stuff, and they can help you.
We're on the same wavelength right now, because Andrew Podorowski is who I wanted to talk about next. I feel so bad for him being MVP of this league this year and now being week to week with the injury. Thomas Bordeleau out. Shakir Mukhamadullin out for the rest of this season with the injury. This is a Barracuda team which could, for as good as I think you guys will do, could be even deeper
Yeah.
And that's almost kind of scary to think about, but it's unfortunate that your team's kind of having to go through this adversity, missing a couple key players.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, and then obviously we didn't have Carl either, birth of his daughter. So
exactly.
I think
for
it's
a good reason.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But I think that, being able to get through that last round, like, I don't really know the timetable and stuff like that, but like, it gives the guys confidence. Like, it just makes us even deeper, and it makes us even, like, you always want the MVP of the league, talking about Potsy. Like, obviously he's going to make our team way better. He does a lot of things that, MVP.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but, it's just, we're just trying to replace them in aggregate, I guess. We're just trying to, everyone's got to pick up a little piece of what those guys do and just try to do it to our best ability.
Two more things. We're ahead of the Friday game, obviously the series opener, but your first home playoff game of this postseason. What's that going to mean to just get one on home ice?
Yeah, super exciting. I think the last real playoff games I've played in were college, and whether that's home playoff games in college in the conference, or when you're in the regional, and we had the chance to basically have a home game. We were only 20 minutes from campus my sophomore year. So I think that, it's super exciting. Everyone's rooting for you. There's a lot of energy in the building. And from what I heard, it's sold out. So I think that it's going to be super exciting. You get energy from the fans. It sort of builds off itself. And hopefully we can put up a good performance for them.
And then last thing is, we're not here to get ahead of ourselves by any means, but are you feeling good about these playoffs? Are you feeling like there is a chance that this could go on a while for the Barracuda? I guess matchups matter, health matters, a lot of things that could come into play, but as we stand here entering round 2, how are you feeling about the very long-term chances here?
I think as a group we're confident. I think I wouldn't say we're overconfident. I wouldn't say we think we're going to walk through or anything like that. I would say, this team finished 1 in the division. I think they're pretty high up there overall in the A in terms of points.
Yeah,
so
they did. You're saying this next round might be, like, if you can get past this, things might even look different.
Yeah, this team has a lot of good players. They have a lot of older guys too, who have played a lot of playoff games, have a lot of experience, stuff like that, and they're coming off a break, which it's keep them fresh, but if we were able to jump them early, it could be a little positive or a negative depending on how it goes. So I think that, I think we're just focused on this series.
Rest or rust for Colorado. We'll see what Friday night brings. Collin, best of luck. I appreciate the time, and hopefully we get to chat for a couple more weeks at least.
Yep, me too. Thank you.